Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Snacks Around the World. Now, the boss is in the room with me. However, she has been zonked out cold for several hours. So I'm hoping that she will stay asleep. But I'm not counting on it because as soon as she, hears any snacks being opened, she probably will be all over it. But, fingers crossed we're going to be able to get through this without waking her up. But yeah, let's taste some new snacks. All right, today we are traveling to Turkey for some delicious snacks. But before we get to those, this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Gretchen, the Tipsy Travel Gal. I'm a licensed esthetician and a travel agent, and it is my goal to eat, drink, and spa my way around the world. Of course, I will be bringing you with me, showing you some amazing things to see, some fun things to do, and of course, some delicious things to eat and drink. My hope is that this is going to inspire you to travel, whether that be domestic or international. So if this sounds interesting to you, please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Also included in the description is a link to my GoFundMe page. That tells you where I've been, what I'm doing now, where I'm planning on going. And if you have any extra money to spare, I would truly appreciate a donation. But let's get on to it. We're going to be taste testing snacks from Turkey. I have a monthly subscription to Universal Yums. I am not affiliated with them, nor do I make any money from these videos, just so that you know I pay for my box every month. How this works is that every month I get a box full of snacks. I don't get to select the snacks I get, nor do I get to see them beforehand. So it's kind of really exciting when I open up the box. Now I'm going to be completely and totally honest. There was Turkish Delight in this box. If you watched any of my other videos, you know that Turkish Delight is just not my thing. I had somebody who was visiting for the weekend here, and I was like, I just gave them the Turkish Delight. So I will not be taste testing that one from the box. I believe there was only one box of it, but everything else I kept and I will be taste testing. The other thing that was in the box was a packet of Turkish coffee. Now I was reading the directions. I was going to try to make this for this video and then, maybe add a little bit of amaretto or Bailey's to it. But you do need a specific kind of pot to do it. So I didn't get a chance to do that, but I look forward to giving this a try soon because I absolutely love coffee. But I put my tasty beverage down so I can dive right in. We're going to start with Choco banana cake. So the Choco banana cake is described as a fluffy cake with a creamy center. And I'm assuming that the creamy center is like a banana cream. Now, Turkey actually produces a lot of bananas, but most of them are consumed locally, including in treats like this. So let's dive right in. Now, I do enjoy banana, and I enjoy chocolate, but I am not quite sure about this. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm afraid that it's going to be banana flavored instead of like actual banana. So, we're about to find out. So we do the sniff test. Okay, so I definitely smell banana. Well, that looks pretty tasty. Here's the cake itself. I actually came prepared. Let me cut this in half here. Because usually what ends up happening is when I bite from the end, that first bite usually is like all cakey, especially with things that are filled. So this is what the middle looks like. I'll be honest with you, that is not what that looks like. Here we go. Okay, so it's a very dense cake. It says it's cocoa dusted, but this is like an actual cocoa drizzle. And while I can't... Oh, yeah, now there I see the banana cream. You can see the banana cream there. Oh, shit. It's literally crumbling everywhere at this point. And you know what? It's banana cream. I don't know if it's artificially flavored or not. It's definitely a heavy cake, and it's kind of dry. I think if I was eating it with coffee, I might actually really enjoy it more, but it's really dense. It's really heavy. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to take another bite. Okay, so it kind of fell apart there. Now, here's the weird thing. It's crumbly, yet it's super dense. Yeah, this just isn't my thing. I actually quite like the banana. I'm just not quite sure about the cake. And I feel like if the cake had more chocolate on it or it had more cream, I think I probably would be really excited about it. But yeah, it's like, to me, there's not enough cream in here. Yeah, you can't win them all, right? Let's move on to the next one. And just a heads up, I'm drinking water. I normally drink adult beverages when I'm doing these videos. But I like to be able to taste the food and not necessarily tasting the alcohol. So, I'm sticking with water. Okay, we're actually going to move to another cake. This is a coffee coconut cake. And when I saw a coffee coconut cake, I honestly thought it would be like a coffee cake, but no, it's a snowball. So Turkish coffee is made with unfiltered coffee beans. And what they do is they ground the coffee beans to a fine powder and then they simmer it with water and sugar. So it's kind of like it's percolating with the sugar already in it, and it gives this really rich, bold flavored coffee. Now, this claims to have that same richness because it is made with real coffee flakes. I don't know if I've ever said this before, I'm sure I have, but I kind of have a love-hate relationship with coconut. Ooh, it smells like coffee though, which makes me very happy. So, I don't care for flaked coconut. That being said, oh, wow. Oh my God. See, I wasn't expecting this. So this is what it looks like. It's actually quite big. It's like, palm size. I mean, this thing smells like freshly brewed coffee. And this is an icing. It's covered in icing. And I think these are coffee flakes on top. So yeah, my excitement is growing here. Let's cut it in half. I'm going to guess that this is probably the coconut cream. So it's not flaked coconut. Now I'm actually really excited to try this. So let's do this. I'm going to make sure I bite right into this coconut cream spot. Mm. 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 I'm taking another bite. Hold on. I will say that the taste of this is so rich and delightful. I was hoping for more of a custard-like cream. It's more solid, and it does have coconut flakes in it, which not my thing. Coconut flakes are one of those things that I don't enjoy the texture. And there's not a lot, but it's also not, there's enough that made a difference to me. I love the taste of the coffee in it, but again, this cake is very dense and dry. And maybe with a cup of coffee, this would be fantastic, but just as it stands, I'm not a fan. I love a good moist cake, and these cakes are a little bit more on the dry side. So yeah, not necessarily again, it's not terrible. And if somebody said this is your dessert, I would definitely eat it. But it wouldn't be my first choice. And like I said, not a huge fan of flaked coconut. So yeah, I would say if I had options, I would pass on this. Well, it's just not my cup of tea. All right, so take a drink of water, and we're going to move on to our next treat, which are cola marshmallows. So cola marshmallows. Now, I have found this more and more. I have never really thought of marshmallows as candy or a treat. I put them in cocoa. I put them in s'mores, but I've never thought to eat marshmallows by themselves. I have gone into candy stores over the past several years and seen marshmallows, and I thought, do people really just eat marshmallows like a treat? Apparently they do. I'm clearly the weird one here. So these were described as soft and fluffy and not too chewy, which is a good thing because that is something that I know about marshmallows. They can be almost gummy, and they apparently taste like soda, which I enjoy soda. So this is going to be an interesting treat. We'll see if I like snacking on marshmallows. They smell very gingery. Oh, look, they look like little containers. Aren't those cute? All right, I'm just going to give it a shot. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to agree. They started off with a texture of marshmallows, like I thought, but they very quickly like started to melt in my mouth. The taste is really yummy. I mean, it's definitely a cola taste. Yeah, I think I'm going to eat another one. These are really fun. They're definitely not like the traditional Stay Puft marshmallows. I'm not quite sure I would actually like snack on these. I actually have one stuck in my throat right now. Hold on. But yeah, they're pretty tasty. I'm not mad at these. They're really unique. Yeah, I'm going to say I like these. And I don't mean to sound so surprised, but I am actually kind of surprised because I didn't think that I was going to want to continue eating these, and I kind of do. And I've got other stuff to eat, so I'm gonna have to put them to the side. But yeah, these are actually really unique, and now I'm really rethinking my choices. When I've been to candy stores recently, and I've just kind of been like marshmallows. Now I'm kind of thinking, yeah, marshmallows. I would definitely say the only thing that was probably distracting was I did get a little bit caught in my throat. But let's go ahead and move on. We're going to try a date cookie bar. So next up is the date cookie bar. Now this is a Ramadan tradition in Turkey. They eat these cookies called ma'amul, and they are stuffed with any kind of nuts or dried fruit, but dates are the go-to for Eid. My mother used to make a date cookie bar when I was a kid, so I actually kind of enjoy date cookies. These kind of look like fig Newtons, but obviously it's not fig, it's dates. So I'm curious about this. Snip test. Yeah, these are kind of bringing back memories of my mother's date nut cookie bars. Here's what it looks like. It's like a traditional bar cookie, but I'm going to cut it in half. It's a little bit harder to cut than I expected, but here is what it looks like on the inside. You can see the date filling. Let's give this a try. Yeah. While my mother's cookies were not, the dates weren't wrapped inside it, this sweet date flavor is just bringing me back to that delicious cookie. This cookie bar is really interesting. It has to hold the dates inside of it. It's not like a tough cookie. It's not a crispy cookie. It's got a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know. It's still soft, but it definitely holds its shape. This is delicious. And honestly, it makes me want to eat some dates right now because it's just that good. So, yeah. So far, the things I want to snack on are dates and marshmallows. I mean, not something I thought I would be saying tonight at all. So now we're going to go a little bit more savory. We're going to move on to honey mustard and onion rice cakes. Turkey produces the second most honey in the entire world, but not much is exported because there's such a high demand locally, especially for delicious little treats like this. Now this sells itself as sweet and spicy. I like honey. I enjoy honey mustard, so I'm kind of excited to see what this mustard take is like. But what's really kind of pulling me in here is the onion because I love onion. So this is kind of like hitting all of my notes. I'm very excited to try this, but it's definitely described as sweet and spicy snack. So, I mean, spicy mustard? Yes, please. All right, sniff test. Ooh, ooh. These smell delicious. And I tell you, I mean, I was a teenager in the 80s. I grew up during the rice cake fad. Didn't enjoy rice cakes. I am excited to give these a try. Here's what it looks like. Nice and thin, so it's not like a thick one or anything like that. All right, I'm excited. Let's do this. That's what I'm talking about. That's delicious. I mean, it's funny because I'm getting the hint of the rice cakes from the 80s, but I think first of all, it's so much thinner than those were because those were really thick. This is so much thinner, and you just get slapped in the face with that honey mustard and onion taste. It is delicious. Oh my goodness. Something tells me I'm going to really like the savory stuff from turkey a lot more than the sweet. This is delicious. I'm going to need to get more of those. 100%. Literally like just hitting all of my favorite things. Like seriously. It was delicious. It was light. I mean, it just kind of melts in your mouth. Yeah. 2 thumbs up. We're going to move back to sweet. We're going to try some Choco Hazelnut Mosaic cookies. So these cookies, one of the main ingredients is tahini. Now, tahini is a ground sesame paste. If you've never had it, I highly recommend you try it. It's very delicious, sweet and nutty, like at the same time. So there's Turkish tahini, and then a hazelnut and cocoa. They describe it as like a chocolate followed by nuttiness. I'm very excited to give this a try because I do enjoy tahini. So let's open this thing up. You know, when I'm doing these things, I am always looking for something that's unique. Oh, shit. I have food in my hair. And no one told me. Whenever I'm doing these boxes, I'm looking for unique combinations. When I'm trying different treats, I want to try something different, something out of the box. You know, something like this or something like this. I would never, ever think to eat marshmallows, and now I will. So I'm always looking for things that are different, and I think what's really exciting me about this is that it's a cookie with tahini in it, and I'm ready to try it. Let's give it the sniff test. Oh, yeah. I will tell you that right now what I'm getting from the sniff test is, oh, they're very pretty, is hazelnut. They're very pretty cookies. Yeah, let's do it. This reminds me, Ferrero Rocher candy. It's good. The hazelnut is popping out like the Ferrero Rocher candy, but that's just the filling. The tahini and cocoa cookie that's surrounding it is, it's a little bit crumbly and crispy. I don't think it's meant to be eaten like in multiple bites because they are pretty small cookies. Let me show you. I mean, it's about a $half size. So maybe 2 bites. I think the best way I can describe this is one of those candies, but instead of having like the chocolatey coating around it, is this really yummy, crispy cookie. Those are delicious. I'm looking at how many more things I have to eat because I really want another one. I bet these would taste amazing with a cup of coffee. Like I said, the cookie's very light, flavorful, and then you kind of like punch through that and get to that hazelnut center, and it's just, you definitely get the chocolate followed by the nuttiness. Yeah, absolutely delicious. Love it. I am so pleasantly surprised. I am so excited because I will tell you that I was really nervous after the first 2 sweet treats. I thought all these sweet treats are going to be dense and a little bit dry, and I was, so very wrong. So very wrong. Absolutely delicious. I cannot wait to eat the rest of those cookies. All right, let me clear my palate, and we're moving on to sugar-coated chickpeas. Now, chickpeas are a street food in Turkey. And some are hot and spicy, some are savory, and some are sweet, like these. Full disclosure, it's not that I hate chickpeas. I don't. I love hummus. Just not really a fan of eating the whole chickpea. To me, it's very mealy and a little bit on the dry side. I've cooked a lot with chickpeas, and I've always found them more pleasant when I've like mashed them or blended them. And I've liked them less as they are whole. So these, these are whole. No, they're also, I'm going to assume probably baked. I mean, they're hard. They're like rock hard, almost like peanuts. That's what they feel like. And I'm kind of thinking that they're going to taste like glazed peanuts, so that you know how they have that crunchy shell around them. So I'm kind of excited to give these a try, although hesitant in the same way because, yeah, I'm just not sure. The chickpeas are going to win or the treat's going to win. We'll see. Let me give it a smell. Yeah, they smell like the glazed peanuts, so that's a good sign. One of these little devils out. They're very well coated in the sugar. You can see that. All right, let's go. The treat's definitely winning out. These are delicious. You know what they remind me of? What they call Boston baked beans, I think. Are they Boston baked beans? No. But yeah, it's like glazed peanuts. I'm not getting I'm eating a chickpea coated in sugar. I'm like, oh, this is a delicious, slightly savory, sweet treat. Love them. Yeah, these are delicious. I don't know what else to say. I could eat this entire bag right now. And I gotta tell you, I'm nearing the end of my box. I've only got a couple more. I've eaten quite a bit already. And and I know, but I have the other two to eat. And I'm kind of full, and I would still eat the rest of this bag. Delicious. Okay, we're down to our last two. We've got one sweet, one savory, and we're going to start with some orange jelly tartlets. Now, January and February brings the citrus harvest to Turkey. They have a lot of orange, lemons, mandarins, and these little cocoa sprinkled orange jelly tartlets are a favorite in Turkey. Now, they look very cute. Look at the cute little face. I do love fresh citrus, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, these smell good. Let's take a look here. Oh. I was expecting to see a little bit more orange jelly. I do like all the cocoa pieces, though. The cookie is really pretty. Let's just dive right in. It takes a second. The cookie to jelly, it's very heavy in the cookie part. It takes a minute for you to actually like grind up the cookie enough in your mouth to get to that jelly. But once you get to that jelly, you are just slapped in the face with orange, and I'm here for it. Yep. It brings all the best of a jelly cookie to the forefront. You kind of bite through that shortbread cookie, but you're not biting into the jelly. You're biting into that cocoa top. So you kind of get like a cocoa shortbread cookie. And then as you chew it, it's just that orange just like comes out and just permeates your mouth. That is really good. I actually really enjoy that cookie. This box has a lot of winners in it. Let me clear my palate. We're going to move on to the last one, which is sweet corn pretzel pieces. So a very popular street food in Turkey is Turkish street corn. It's called süt mısır, I hope. And how they make it is they take freshly picked corn, poach it in milk, sugar, and butter, and occasionally throw some spices on it. That sounds absolutely amazing. So they have distilled that taste onto pretzel bites. Now here's the thing. Everybody knows how I feel about artificial tastes. And artificial tastes can be very difficult to do on a chip. This is, of course, a pretzel. So it's going to have the complexity of the pretzel with that flavor. Because this sweet corn is a sweet treat, I'm really hoping for the best when it comes to blending that taste with the pretzel. The question is it going to taste like artificial corn or is it not? So let's find out. Sniff test. You know what's really odd? Living in the Midwest, I eat a lot of corn. I've never really thought of like corn flavoring. So I'm smelling it, I'm like, I don't know. It's funny because I don't smell pretzel at all. I smell something else. I guess I've never really smelled what corn smells like. The pretzels are broken up. They're not whole pretzels. Here's what it looks like. So yeah, let's give this a try. It tastes like corn. In fact, I don't even taste pretzel. I'm just now getting the pretzel taste and I've almost swallowed it. That is such an interesting combination. I barely tasted the pretzel. I mean, it's corn. That being said, I feel like I didn't really get to experience the Turkish street corn either. It's yummy. I'm not saying it's not yummy. I also wish I could taste the Turkish street corn. Maybe I'll find a recipe for it because I would love to taste what that street food tastes like. Because what I'm getting from this is a corn pretzel. And again, it's tasty. I'm not angry at it. I'm not like, oh, I'm not going to eat this. Oh, you're doggone right. I'm going to eat the rest of this. I don't know what the Turkish sweet corn tastes like, and I don't think I'm going to know it from this snack. That being said, the snack it's delicious. I mean, yeah. That's it for the snack box. If I had to pick my favorite sweet, my favorite savory, kind of like the overall, savories were my favorite part of the box. My favorite sweet, the sugar-coated chickpeas. They were just so good, and I feel like I could just snack on those things all day. And also, I mean, they also give me like a little bit of savory too, which I really like. But my favorite snack is a savory snack, and that snack is these honey mustard and onion rice cakes. Who knew? That I would be like dying over a rice cake, but yeah, absolutely delicious. So good. I mean, like I said, the first two, I had a rough start with those first two. And again, they didn't taste bad. It was just more of, I didn't care for the consistency of the cake itself. I mean, they just knocked it out of the park with the rest of the box. So thank you. Oh, almost out of my drink. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below. You can also reach me on any of my social media accounts. I am Tipsy Travel Gal on all the major platforms, and you can also send me an email by going to my website, tipsytravelgal.com. There is a contact me link at the top of the page. Follow that, and from there you can send me email. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And I know I did. I've got some snacks to eat. So until the next time, bye.